Are you ready, kids? I already started. Starting the RuneScape theme, we're going.
Following the path, came across a traveling merchant. Turned out not to be a merchant. Turned out to be someone to set up an ambush, using the help of some knights in black armor with gold accents, holding the same symbols that was on the paper. On the paper that was given to the Ham members that attacked a Dorgish Khan earlier. After surviving the ambush, the party went along to a checkpoint right outside of Kayid, where they were asked to pay a tax to enter the city. And after a little bit of negotiating between Royston and Melinda, the tax was lowered a little bit to 40 gold from 60 gold. And after paying, they were let through. And here you are. You've just entered the city of Al-Qaid. It's a bunch of the buildings, pretty much all the buildings are made of sandstone, and especially that you're in like a desert. It's not a super dry part of the desert, but you could definitely see there's more of a, in Lumbridge it was like a green filter, over your eyes, but now it's more of a yellow filter, as it's so much more dry here. And the people, their clothing, they tend to wear a lot more white to ward off the sun, and the complexion of the people around you is definitely to a more tan one as they live in the sun. And you are in Al Qaid proper, and it is enormous. It is probably the biggest city you've ever seen. Varrock is a little bit bigger if any of you have been there before, to the capital, but Al Qaid is ginormous, and it's certainly a lot more busy in Al Qaid. You're not sure where you are right now. You might be in a bit of a bazaar. You might think it is busy. There are people constantly moving to and fro uh, around you, and you need to find Zare Skyborn is all you know.
Just a quick side note, the first like 30 seconds are gonna be like completely muted except for me. Because my
Nice.
computer decided to I have like an HDMI audio connection that keeps like overriding things. It's cool.
It's just
Cool.
recap. We don't need the recap.
So yeah, just like 30 seconds of your recap has gone to time.
You're in Al
Lost.
Qaid. There's
Where
people
are
all
we in
around
the
you.
city?
You don't know exactly where. You've kind of went through. You're definitely in. You think you're in some sort of bazaar. There are people everywhere, and there's just commotion. People busy talking and
What's
chatting. It's so
what's the
busy.
name of the guy we're looking for again?
Zare Skyborn.
Where? I'm
He's
just gonna just tap someone. Like I'm real tall, obviously. I'm assuming they're shorter
you are
than
pretty
me. I'll
tall.
just kind of like, you know, tap someone like, "Hey,
You
do you know where Zare is?"
all right? You tap a random guy on the back of the shoulder, and because of your huge posture, it probably had a little bit more force than you intended. And the guy turns around, he's like surprised. Oh my! So, and he had like Looks up at you. He's like, you're a couple feet taller than him. It's like, what?
I'm looking for Zare. Do you know where Zare is?
Zare who?
Skyborn? Is that what you said?
Skyborn.
Ooh.
Oh, you mean head of the? I don't know much since I'm just a trader here, but I think he's isn't he one of the government officials here in Al Qaid?
Ooh. Do you think I'd find him at like? Do you have a palace around here?
Well, he definitely has a position in the palace, but I think he actually lives. He actually has a house here. It's in residential, but it's a little more high up, as you could probably
Okay.
expect. He's got let's see, what does he do? I think he's head of treasury. I think
Ah.
he has black hair. It's kind of long, last I checked, and he's got a little bit of stubble. But he's of pretty normal posture. He's human.
Okay.
Residential
Thank
is
you.
that way.
That
Yeah.
way. Got it.
Yeah, he points into a direction you reckon to be northeast, probably.
Okay. Thank you, random stranger.
Sure. A big guy. And he walks away.
Okay. Guys, you want to go look for a house?
I'm game.
Alright, you make your way through the bazaar, continuing northeast, and you run into a district that's kind of, you reckon out to be part of a bunch of shops, and recognize that it's not residential. You keep going, and you notice to your right is a building you were able to see from the outside of the city, but now that it's before you, you can see that it is even bigger than you thought. It is definitely the castle, or there's a keep in the center of Al Qaid, and if there was a place you'd imagine the king to be, it would probably be in there. But you continue northeast. You're definitely in residential now, and you notice the housing is a little, probably not to the quality you were expecting of the treasury. So you keep moving a little bit more before you enter a little bit more of a high quality area where you might reckon Zaire Skyborn's house to be, and there's definitely a lot less people around, but there are a couple of people out and about. Well, would you like to ask for directions from someone, or you could just try to look for him with investigation? You do know what he looks like, kinda now.
I'm gonna take a look around.
Get on my shoulders.
Get
Roll
on my
a-
shoulders. Okay,
Don't-
let's do it.
How big are you?
I'm like 5'4", 100 pounds.
100
Okay, yeah.
pounds.
Come on up. That's easy.
Do I have to roll for
That is-
that, or are you just gonna
You're
let it
100
happen?
pounds in, I assume,
I,
leather
well, I'm
armor?
helping you get out.
Yeah.
No, it's probably fine.
You're ready for it. You both get ready for it.
Oh.
You get up, no problem.
Not a problem.
Um,
All right, well I look around for this guy.
You do look around. Make a perception check with advantage.
Good thing you said with advantage. Didn't help.
Apparently what I've learned is Phil's character is a stick.
11
Um,
was with
you
advantage.
see a couple people on about it. You're trying to look for features that match their Skyborn. Unfortunately, a lot of people, as you've noticed, walking through Al Qaid already, that people wear hoods because the sun is really hot, and it kind of makes it difficult to spot probably the easiest feature to notice from, which is both his face and his supposedly ragged black hair.
Rip.
But you don't find much from
Cool.
just looking.
I suck.
You got any ideas, Jim?
I don't see him up here.
I
You
don't
could
have
ask
immediate
someone.
ideas.
There are people about. There are a couple people about.
Who's nearby? Does anyone look like they might know?
There's someone next to you, kinda, or he's like walking your way at the moment, but he doesn't. He's not like looking at you. He's kind of like looking past you. You know.
He's not like at all perturbed by the fact that I'm just standing on this man's shoulders.
No, I mean he like gives you a look, but maybe he's seen the song and dance before, but he just kind of continues past you. He's like walking past you right now.
I see.
Say
I'm not.
something.
I'm not sure if I want to confront this guy, man. Especially from on top of you. All right, I hop off
Alright.
of
Okay.
him, and
You
I
you hop
ask
off
him,
of your like 8-9 feet tall partner, and
well, carefully, obviously, not like I don't just fucking yeet myself off.
You're just leaving scratch marks on me, fucking asshole.
as he clearly hears you hop off, and he like turns his head around his shoulder, and he continues. Just
And
gonna ask you.
hey, you, do you know where their Skyborn might be?
He gives you, now that you're talking to him, it's not exactly rude for him to look you all up and down, and he does give you a good look up and down.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he says,
Are you wait, Melinda?
Yeah. I'm not doing the voice anymore, man. I can't. Oh,
not
really?
like not like just you, but like the entire party.
Mhm.
And
Okay, I think
it
I got the
says,
thing sorted out.
Zare Skyborn, huh? The treasury guy. Yeah, I know where his house is. It's it kind of goes back the way he came, and he walks past you, and then he looks behind you, or looks behind his shoulder to check if you're following him.
We follow him, or I
And
follow him.
yeah. All right, you follow him, and he goes about 3 to 4 houses down before you come across a house that is actually it's a little bit smaller than the rest of the higher quality residential houses, but it's definitely big enough that like 2 or 3 people could live really comfortably in this house. So, and he says, yeah, I think this is Zare's house. I don't know if he's home, but he probably is home. He spends a lot of time in here for a government
I
man.
thank him
Interesting.
for his time, and I toss him a gold piece.
Thank you.
Oh,
Peterson.
jeez. Wow. Maybe I should give directions more often.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
see you around, I guess. And he continues on the way that he was originally going.
You just made that man's week, bro.
Dude, I fucking hope so. I can do
Yeah.
that 397 more times. Let's go.
Right? You stand before a house you presume to be Zare Skyborn's door.
All right. I guess we go knock.
Bang, bang, bang.
Holy shit, we're gonna fucking kick down his door. All right.
No, not that bang, bang, bang.
Super loud. You bang on this door, and you hear a little bit of scrambling on the other side.
Oh, I scared him.
And you give it about 10 seconds before you hear a voice on the other side of the door that says, "Who is it? Who goes there?"
Hold up.
A group of people.
There's
What do
just
we
a
go by,
mob
guys?
forming at his door. I don't know.
Huh?
Hey, yo, my friend, I need a loan, and I can pay it back though.
You need a...
Oh dear. Oh god.
He opens the door, and before you stands the description of the man. One of the random people in the bazaar gave to you, which is he's got black hair. It's quite frazzled, and it's long but doesn't really reach down his neck. And he's got some stubble on him, and he does have a little bit more of a tan complexion. And he says, "You, Horatio sent you, didn't he? Horatio Lumbridge."
Yes.
Maybe.
Indeed.
I hope that's who sent us, because otherwise I'm very confused.
Good
We've
enough for
heard-
me, I guess.
We've heard good things about you from him.
Well, it's a bit of a surprise, but come on in. We'll discuss this more inside. And he kind of steps out of the doorway to look back and forth on other sides of
My man's paranoid.
the street.
Is there a lot of room inside this house? Are we all gonna fit in there? I'm asking as like Phil, not the.
The house is I said it's enough for 2 to 3 people, but it's more like
Right.
2 to 3 people that would be in there permanently.
Okay.
Like,
So it's
but
not like a broom
there's
closet. It's like you could actually
No.
step inside.
no.
I'm
it's not
only
really
asking because one of our party members is 9 feet tall.
Lagoon, your head is like kind of making
I
contact
crawl
with
through
the
this
ceiling,
bitch.
and the doorways you have to crouch to get your head under the doorways, and your
Fair
head
enough.
is like almost chafing the ceiling a little bit.
Hell
but
yeah.
You're good. Yeah, Zare ushers you in, and giving one last look outside the door, he closes the door and locks it. And he brings you to another room where it's a lot more spacious than the entryway. And there's a table for y'all to sit down, so he sits down and he says, "So, what's the deal? Horatio wants his money back?"
That about sums it up, yeah.
What?
Shit.
Wait, what?
Okay.
What? Wait. My character looks directly at Mitchell like, what? And then goes, no, that's not why we're here. And I show him the symbol.
Oh, no. You don't? I mean, he doesn't. Okay. You want... What's this? And he gives the letter a look. And you about what you expected as he brushes his eyes over it until he reaches the bottom right of the paper where the symbol is located, and he mutters under his breath loud enough for you to hear, Hashashin.
What does that mean?
Did you ask that to him?
Yeah, sure did.
Hashashin. How do I explain this? None of you been to Kayid before. Well, they're a type of secret police, I think is the best way to put it.
The KGB.
We could probably get into that more detail of that in a bit.
Do you happen to know what type of armor they like to wear?
Yeah, they wear gold accented black armor.
Okay, so that was them. Cool.
What do you mean? So that was them?
Well, some lovely gentleman we met him along the road, and he ended up being part of an ambush scheme involving some knights that had very similar armor. So, probably those a-holes. But we took care of him. It wasn't difficult.
Wasn't difficult. Well, they must have not been taking you very seriously then.
I mean, we only almost died, so I consider it a win.
Well, so be it. But these people in armor, who we can only presume to be Shashin, they attacked you. Where did they attack you?
Oh, this was on the road. This is on the road here. It was about
Road from Lumbridge.
Yeah,
Okay.
road from Lumbridge to here is about what, 2 or 3 days in?
Okay. Well, that and the letter here. He holds it up. He says,
Hey Google.
"That's not great. It means that the Emir is making her move." Well, Emir, yes. The Emir, a more Lumbridge kind of term would be king.
Oh.
But here in Al-Qaid, we call them Emir. Her name is Emir Ali Zara.
Oh, so here's another question. You said it was Emir Ali Zara?
Yes.
Would
The fuck?
Emir Zara happen to have any connections or dealings with Ham?
Well, it's funny you ask that, because the Hashashin... Well, first of all, there's the guards of Al-Qaid, and of course they respond to the Emir, Ali Zara, but the Hashashin are they act in a different kind of way where they respond more directly to Ali's Raw and not necessarily whoever controls the regime, if that makes sense. No one else can direct Hashashin. Only her. So they
Okay,
are in every
gotcha.
sense of the word secret police. Now, as for your question, this letter would indicate that the Emir probably, in some capacity, has influenced Ham. Yes.
Any telling as to if maybe this is her trying to get on the good side, or if she already has some control over them? Maybe she's infiltrated them. I mean, maybe like, I don't know, she secretly owns Ham, or her brother secretly owns Ham. I don't know if she has a brother. I'm just speculating, but
Well, she doesn't have any siblings or family that I know of. But that'd be quite the conspiracy, indeed. Ham is an entire cities away. I don't know if she has any. I don't know if she owns Ham per se, but she probably has a vested interest in trying to damage Lumbridge in some way. She hasn't been. She's been a Mir for a long while, 30, 40 years, but it's only up until recent that she's been trying to take risks, I suppose, is a gentle way to put it. So this letter doesn't, well, it does surprise me, but it's more proof of what I've been investigating personally. Which I presume is why Horatio sent you all here.
that'd be my guess.
Why did he send you here? To help me?
Well, partially that, partially he was hoping for that he could get a little bit better idea of what's going on as well. Because this letter that we got from Ham, there were some guys. The long story short, there were some guys that we fought, and one of them dropped this letter, and they were running around Lumbridge, or more specifically under Lumbridge, and he was trying to figure out, maybe trying to see what's going on, see if he can prevent it, or whatever he needs to do. But so I'd say like about half and half.
Okay. Well, in that case, I need to clear up a little, maybe a misconception that I've been giving, in that yes, I do owe Horatio money, but we're still very close friends, so please don't let that harm your idea of who I am. Please take no offense in that I do not entirely trust you at the moment, but we will get to work very quickly, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what we plan to do here after we take care of probably the first step of business.
Look, as long as you don't stab us in the back, I am very, very happy to get into a fight with these knuckle sandwiches, and if it helps you, I'm all for it. Just tell me where to go and who to fight, and I'll do it.
I would never. But Horatio sent you to me, and this is I don't even know how to describe it. It's a pot of gold on a silver platter. Not to say that you're money, but to say that you are very much welcome in what will be happening here in the coming days. Maybe a week. Or, well, I should say you'll speed up the process here. Process which I will not disclose yet. But as for the favor, or maybe favor is too big of a word, I need you to do something, and I need you to commit a bit of I need you to break someone out of prison.
Oh.
Well, shit, let's go.
Prison.
Who
What are we waiting
and
for?
why?
All right. The man I need you to break out of prison is Aristarchus Shaw. And
What a name.
I don't mean this prison in Al Kayid. Of course, that would be a crime. And
It's not a crime to break someone out of any prison?
well, I'll get to that. The prison that he's currently in is maybe more aptly described as a slave labor camp.
Okay.
But it's to the north,
Gosh,
All
I
right.
know this.
and it's
Just
run
out of-
by a bunch of bandits.
I was about to say, out of curiosity, whoever owns this prison, do they happen to be opposed to the Emir? And it sounds like maybe a little bit.
Not exactly. In this capacity, one might even say that they work with the Emir. No, I'd say that's entirely accurate. The bandits at this camp do work with the Emir. And that's why this prison break will probably be low profile, because
Gotcha.
that camp is just outside of Zaraz's jurisdiction. Oh, I should quell a little bit of concern you might have, and that the Hashashin have attacked you, but they will not attack you here in the city. Because the guard probably won't be that cool with it, and the Emir, she has a pretty tight iron grip on the city here, but Al Kayid, ultimately, there are a lot of people around, and a lot of prying eyes, so you're safe here, but outside of the city, who knows what Hashashin may be planning. Anyway,
Gotcha.
That's
Aristarchus
harrowing.
Shaw. He is he's a little bit on the older side. He's probably still balding, but a month ago he was extradited from Al Kayid to this prison, and yeah, he's probably just there still. I know he's still there because high-profile prisoners are kept there for about a year before they sold off into slavery.
All right. Well, let's go get our boy.
It's time.
Should we stock up on supplies? How far away of a journey is it?
Oh.
It's not that far. It's maybe half a day's journey away.
Okay.
It's definitely well in the desert. It's kind of on the road to Varrock, but the road to Varrock will veer to the west after a bit. But you just keep going north on the road, and you'll eventually run into the mining camp.
Sounds good.
Is it hot?
Anything specific or helpful that we could know about this mining camp? Something that might give us an advantage, or something we need to watch out for? You know, any secret treasures nearby we could loot?
Well, as far as treasures are concerned, you might be sorely disappointed, as it's just sandstone down there. Really, there's nothing. There's nothing down there.
Ah, food.
You notice that's a bit of a disconnect from what you heard from the merchant you traveled with last week or yesterday, or like 2 days ago actually, because it said that there were jewelry mines there, but you chalk it up to the merchant lying because the merchant also didn't have any jewelry on him.
He also tried to kill us.
Zare continues saying that yeah, the camp was run by bandits. I hear the bandits also have ogres over there, big guys. So be wary of that. And they are bandits. I don't really care how you get Aristarchus Shaw back, but make sure he's alive. So whether you negotiate with the bandits or you deal with them in another manner, that's your liberty. But he'll probably be difficult to negotiate for, as he's rather a high-profile target here in Al Kayid, so he'll probably be a very high ransom.
Okay.
Bird.
Okay. Well, the mining
Are
camp is
we
to the north. It
allowed
is getting
to-
a little dark outside, and
Probably pack up for the night. Go out in the morning.
all the more welcome. You do have time, but Aristarchus, we do need him, so please do get to that.
I'm not feeling like walking through the night, pal.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to.
It'd be cooler in the desert.
That's
kind of notices you lingering around awkwardly and says, "Look, I've given you some hospitality, but unfortunately, I can't.
He's kicking us out. What a fucking asshole.
I can't have 6 of you in my house here. So
What's the big idea here, buddy? Why are you so nervous?
Well, you know what, guys?
I'm actually
Um,
asking.
I welcome that, and I leave immediately because
you're
it's
asking.
cramped in
Wait,
here.
what are you asking?
Why is he so nervous?
You're, why am I
Like
so
being all
nervous about-
shady, looking back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
You know what
want
I'm saying. You're the DM.
6. I don't want 6 of you in my house. Is that such a problem? There's not enough. He like looks around and I don't know. What do you want to sleep on the damn floor?
I'm not saying I want to sleep here, Chief. I'm saying what's with the suspicion? What are you looking around for?
I don't know, I was
Come on,
looking
he's
for-
a busy man. He's got stuff to do.
That's
I
not
was-
what I'm talking about.
I was thinking about how to get you, I don't know, sleep in my house, but
I
just
don't
kinda
want
don't
to sleep in
you
your house.
All right, then don't sleep in my house. He like calms down.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
I just don't understand. I'm sorry.
All right,
Why?
no, I'm
why?
gonna
Why
go-
was he being shifty?
I'm gonna go wait outside. Have fun.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was like looking around and shit outside and all that business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Are you asking him that?
yeah. That's what I was asking. I'm not trying to fucking sleep in his house.
Well, look. I don't know if you can tell, but what we're planning here isn't exactly within the Emir's best interests. Capiche? And I'm not saying. Look, what I said about the Shashin is they won't attack you, but I'm just one guy. You know, there's nothing telling that I might end up like Aristarchus Shaw and get fucking sent to hit rocks for the rest of my life. So, there you go. That's why I'm paranoid. You
Fair
can
enough.
just call me paranoid. Fine.
Fair enough. I leave.
Alright.
Oh, I don't even say goodbye. I just leave.
Alright, the rest of you leave, and as you're ushered out the door, he looks both ways out the
Weird.
door, and he closes
And
the
again,
door and
that's
locks
all.
it.
But acting so suspicious.
And it's getting a little dark outside, a little more orange. Shall you
Alright,
look
we
for
should-
an inn?
yeah.
Right. Okay, it's a pretty big place. No, there's probably plenty of it. So you walk your way around. The bazaar is definitely a lot less crowded at this time in the evening, but there is still some activity there. And you go to the kind of shopping district, and next to it is what you presume to be an inn. And the inn there's a sign that says Uncle's House.
Does that sound like an inn to me?
It sounds. The name is a little off, but it does look like an inn for sure.
Is Uncle offering free candy as well? I'm a little
Yeah.
concerned.
You can go inside and ask him if you want.
I don't think I will.
Okay.
Any other options besides
Alright,
Uncle's house?
Alright. You keep looking around.
I don't know. Is that like a cultural thing? Am I missing something here?
Uncle's House seems. Maybe it's a little bit too comfortable of a name, but
It is.
it is an inn for sure. You know.
Okay.
And you do hear activity from inside it, and there are people going in and outside and just hanging outside. So
Oh, so it
But
seems
you
like a
wanna-
popular spot.
yeah, about maybe above average, but
All right, fine.
all right. After considering the maybe slightly suspicious name, you do eventually head inside Uncle's house, and and a man from across the room behind the bar shouts out to you, "Welcome, welcome! They call me Uncle," and he's a half orc. And he says, "What can I do for you? Maybe a bit of betting."
Am I racist? I'm kidding. Move on.
Oh, I got food and bedding. I got plenty of room so far. Despite the activity in here. What can I do for you?
How much for a room and dinner?
Oh, it's just probably just 20 silver per person.
How much for just a room?
Just a room.
Hungry?
15
He
silver.
doesn't eat.
I'm a construct. I
right.
don't eat.
I'll eat yours.
Just a room is 15 silver.
How much silver per gold piece?
10.
Okay.
Unless it's not in this world.
I'm dumb. No, that's 10.
Can we freely convert, or I mean, like, can we if we give him 2 gold coins, will he be able to give us back like 5 silver change, something like
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Okay. That maybe is more the question I should be asking. Okay. I shall pay him my 15 silver and take my room.
Okay. He takes it. Hands you key.
Well, 2 gold with 5 silver change. That, you know.
Yep. Yep. He hands you the key and presumably hands the rest of you all keys as well. And he says, let's see here. We got camel steak on the menu tonight.
Dude, I'll try anything.
If you don't want camel steak, we also have kebabs.
Are they frog kebabs?
Frog
I'm not asking that. I'm not asking that out loud.
No, they're...
Guys, didn't we have frog kebabs down in
From what you can guess, these desert-dwelling people probably do not have frog kebabs.
Unfortunate.
I was just thinking maybe there's a little illicit trading going on between some secret illicit trading going on between the guys underground in the city for whatever reason.
I will eat the camel steak.
You bite into the camel steak, and it's, from what you can make, it's cooked maybe well done, and it definitely is juicy.
I don't know if that's a good thing for it to be cooked well done.
It's well done is how most people definitely cook it back then, and it was okay. It tastes maybe a little bit more like chicken than you would have expected, but that was a weird experience for sure.
I'll go for
All right.
kebabs.
You eat into the kebab, and it's always a mystery when you bite into a kebab. And this one tasted. It was okay. It was okay. You expected it to taste terrible, and for a moment you thought it did, but the aftertaste was okay.
I think I came out on top.
You might have came out on top. Well, anyone likes to do anything else before they
I retire.
rest of the night? Okay.
Betting, like, you got food poisoning. Take 4
Jesus.
damage.
Roll a d4 for me real quick? No.
No, camel steak is fine. Kebab, however, no, that's fine.
Well, not so fine.
The kebab was fine. For now.
Or no.
But is
Who
it
knows what
FDA
Uncle-
approved?
Who knows what Uncle
Oh.
will have in the morning. Okay. You do rest.
I do rest.
And it is now the morning.
Do y'all just want to get right on the road, or you want to...
Oh, let's look around for some shops.
Okay.
Alright.
You did see some shops, but there were so many, you don't know if you could even find ones that are worth your value, to be honest. So you might try looking for directions, unless you want to try walking into every single one of them.
I don't know what shops you guys want to visit.
I mean,
What's the shops that we have available again?
You see, you did notice a scimitar shop, clothing shop, a jewelry, a general store.
I'd like to check out the scimitar shop.
I'm gonna check out the jewelry shop.
Okay, we'll just do it one at a
Also,
time.
I have a
boys.
quick aside question. When I'm wielding my focus, can I also have my brass knuckles on, or do I have to equip them separately?
to swing with your brass knuckles, you need to unequip the focus.
Gotcha.
Okay, what are you heading to first, blacksmith or the jeweler?
Is the blacksmith
Which-
the scimitar shop?
Yes. You go to the scimitar shop and expecting to see only scimitars, you see what looks to be a perfectly normal smithy, and a human calls out to you. Welcome to Zeke's Scimitars. What can I do for you?
Show me what you got. What kind of scimitars you got? One-handed weapons.
One-handed weapons. He
Oh, yeah.
does have. Yep, I got plenty of scimitars, and I also have half plate. I do sell armor.
I can't
can
afford half
sell
plate.
I can sell you shields.
Okay, shield might not be bad.
Shields, regular
sh-
shields.
How much for a shield?
A small shield
And a scimitar.
is.
I also
small
want
shield would.
pressing on that.
Small shield is. It's 1 AC, and so it'd be. It's kind of like wood.
Sure.
That's 15 GP.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Just a regular shield is 2 AC. It's 50 GP.
Okay.
And
Talking here.
then, yes. And then he also sells. He only has one large shield, which is 3 AC, and that is 400. Or yeah, 400.
Just short. I have 395.
He also sells.
Okay, I don't want it.
He also sells a greatsword +1 for 400 GP.
Doesn't have any scimitars?
He does.
One-handed weapons. Hit me with that.
He has a shit ton of scimitars, which they do 1d6, and they're 25 GP per scimitar, but he doesn't have any special scimitars.
I thought all the one-handed weapons he has.
One-handed weapons, he does have some long swords in the back, 15 GP. Does have some warhammers.
Would a longsword not be a d6? What?
Longsword is 1d8, scimitar is 1d6. But if that's because what does finesse do? Oh, because finesse uses your dex. He also has a rapier.
Rapier is d6?
D8.
1d8, but finesse, so you can use your dex.
How much is a rapier?
30 gold.
Sold.
Okay.
And I'll take a medium shield as well.
Okay.
Minus 80.
Yes, you find yourself down 80 gold after your purchase.
Just fucking finessed him, dude.
Alright, did you hear Mega Lagoon? There was a greatsword +1 on for sale. 400 GP.
Is that a 1d12?
1d. Hold on. I think greatsword is 2d6. Martial weapons. Greatsword. 2d6, and then the way a +1 weapon works, it has +1 to the attack roll and +1 to the damage.
Okay, I need to just bring it up here. I buy it.
You bought it! Oh my god. Zeke is very happy about that. He takes it out of its sheath and he hands it to you. Treat it well. You notice the blade is definitely very, very sharp, and it might even be a little bit magical in some way.
Ooh.
Hence why it's +1. Yeah, beyond shields and basic weapons, and he sells pretty much any kind of armor if you wanted to know about those. But other than that, he sells like pretty typical stuff. Blacksmith, but he is definitely well equipped.
Is there a like a potion shop in this area?
Zeke catches on to your question, and he says, potion shop.
Or herb lore?
I don't know if there is, but I do know of a shop that might be of interest to adventurers like you, which is a magic shop, and it's a good thing you asked me because I don't know if anyone else would have known. There's no sign on it. It looks like a sauna, but it's definitely here in the shopping district. And you just go into the sauna and you should probably find what you're looking for. Maybe they'll have potions, I think. Who knows?
Do they happen to have any magical items? Like something
will.
I could wear? Ah, perfect.
I'm pretty sure they will.
Hope it's in my price range.
Who knows? I mean, if one of you can afford a 400 gold sword, you might be able to afford some items in there.
I have 7 gold left.
Yeah.
I need to get paid soon.
Shit.
You just got paid a couple days ago.
I know.
Spent the entire fucking check on something else.
I live paycheck to paycheck. What
I
about
guess
it?
fucking so, bro. What the hell?
Yeah, this new sword will pay for itself in no time.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so are we going to the jewelry shop, or are we looking for this magic shop first?
I'm down with the magic shop first.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. You listen carefully to the description Zeke, the scimitar man, gave to you, and you leave the scimitar shop and you look around for probably a larger building that a sauna would be in, and you do find a building with like open doors, and there's definitely like smoke inside, which is a little bit strange given that there's open doors and there's
Smoky.
still vapor inside.
Bro. It's just leaking vapor, bro.
Yeah,
You get
a
it.
little bit,
Vapes.
you get it. And
That
you
joke
walk
was set up.
inside.
I walk inside. First one in. And I
Alright.
walk up to the
And he
counter.
bumps his head.
I
Hold
probably
on,
bump my
hold
head.
on. You walk inside, and it is super smoky. And the first thing you notice is that there's a body of water in the center of the room. As you take a step forward, you might have splashed a bit. You step back, and smoke completely obscures the room across from you. And as the rest of your party walk inside, you hear a deep and a rich voice echo out to you. It's not every day I get a couple adventurers wandering into my establishment. At least that's what I assume you are.
Oh my goodness.
The creepiest fucking.
But-
Wait,
I don't know
Whatever
whether to
you
be
know.
aroused or worried, dude.
Presumption.
I'm just assuming it's that one guy from Dark Souls 3, the DLC, that stands outside of the church in one of the DLCs. You know who I'm talking
Despite being an accidental magic user,
Like
I
that
still
super
don't really
deep
understand
rituals.
magic. So I am just taken aback. Like I am frozen. This is some spooky ghost shit going on right now.
Yeah, you still just see smoke.
I
But
attempt to run over to him and try to see what he has to offer. Like, I basically attempt to run over to him with the intention of looking at the stuff he presumably has
How can
spread
you
out.
see him?
there's definitely water between you and this voice, and as you step into the water, you notice it is pretty deep. It's like it goes up to like more than half of your torso, especially since you're an auto gnome. This water is like 3 feet deep. Do you want to keep running?
Let's keep going.
Alright,
God.
you keep going, and
Never end.
and you make some wading through the water before you notice some kind of shape, and as you do, all of the smoke and the vapor in the room clears up, and the rest of your party who has yet to take a foot into the water can now see clearly to the other side of the room. And the first thing you notice that seems a little bit off is you see green, and this green shape is a little bit long before you make it out to be a crocodile. There's a crocodile in the water, but before you can panic, you are quelled by the sight of a chain going from the crocodile to a man standing next to the crocodile in some slightly ragged clothes. So, what can I do for you?
Hello there. Well, we're looking for some stuff. Specifically, I was wondering if you had any magic jewelry items or robes or anything of that sort that I could buy
Where'd
from
the
you.
water go? Okay. Well, I don't know if I have. No, I do have some magic jewelry, but I do have more than just magic jewelry as well.
So I've heard, and I think some of my parties looking for some potions and stuff like that. But I'll let them tell you what they want.
Oh, I might have something like that. Everyone make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 second.
I didn't pass.
Oh.
Dice are cursed.
Sorry.
Thanks, Pat.
12.
Perception. Oh wait. I don't. Do I add anything to it?
Wisdom.
Okay, I add wisdom to it even if I don't have proficiency.
Yes.
Okay. 13.
Yeah, I got a 16.
Okay. You.
21.
What'd you get?
21.
Okay. Alright. As you've heard this voice speak to you, you begin to notice that after seeing the crocodile and the chain going from the man to the crocodile, the man's mouth is not moving.
I see.
But you continue to hear the voice speak. Alright, well, I got a couple of interesting items indeed for you. Norman, why don't you go and fetch them for me? And the man with the chain drops the chain and goes to the back of the room behind a doorway. While Norman fetches that for you, and you're talking to, and now the remains is the crocodile with the chain, no one holding the chain, speaks, presumably. Well, I got a couple of interesting items. Some you might be able to afford, some not.
Are you a crocodile?
Yes.
I just sigh behind him. I'm just like,
Cool!
Alright.
Yes, I am.
Wow,
And
this is a first for me, and it'll be a story for certain.
maybe it's a first for me too. What are you, some kind of robot?
Oh, yeah, I'm an auto gnome. Basically. Oh, 1 second, y'all.
Okay,
Is it dwarven?
interesting.
Basically, a gnome created me at some point, and then something happened. I had to do something with the ritual. I don't know, but next thing before I was the most loyal servant, and then I woke up, and now I'm like I am, sorcerer, and I'm fiery as all get out.
Okay. Well, that's something else indeed.
But yes, you could say I'm a robot.
I myself am a crocodile, but I'm not just any crocodile. Not every crocodile you see out in the Caridian is sentient. I've been cursed in some way. A curse of consciousness, maybe. Or maybe it's a blessing. I don't know for myself. In any case, Norman, where the hell are you? Norman, the man with the ragged robes, comes back with a bag, and it's not that particularly large until he pulls a bunch of items out of it, and the items clearly larger than the bag, which you presume to be a bag of holding. And oh, by the way, the name's Renaud. I don't keep a sign on here because I don't want anyone I don't want walking in here. But these are the items we have for sale. And those are the items you see as Norman pulls them out of the bag. They appear to float on their own. Those are the items. Dust of Disappearance, Headband of Intellect, Wings of Flying, while the War Mage, Cloak Protected, +1 bases defense.
Wait, where are the items?
They're in the
Wizards.
Roll20 chat.
I'm
a
assuming the
head-
decanter
Oh,
of endless
hello.
water is like just infinite water in like a cup.
Yes.
yeah. Wand of the War Mage, huh?
Norman.
Wings
where
of flying, my goodness!
Norman, where the hell are the potions? And Norman rolls
Oh.
his eyes,
Wonder if he sells
Hmm.
recipes.
goes into the back.
Oh my god. Just read that wrong. Ooh.
Norman is fetching the potions.
Fucking hurry
It's funny,
up.
the only thing that I looked at was the headband of Intellect and the decanter of Endless Water. So,
Oh man. Racer's defense would be great for me. Fuck.
We can't.
Yeah, you
Guys,
have
someone
1500
buy
left?
dust.
No,
Need
I don't.
dust.
We can't afford most of this, even if we pull our money to have this. Even if we pull our
Dude.
money together.
If we got dust of disappearance, could we just fucking sneak in there and get them out? Boom, we're done.
Dust of just what?
Dust of
Disappearance.
Disappearance, the first item.
He's not.
Oh, I completely missed that. Hello.
Richard, how much are these the strength potion and magic potion sell for?
Would you like to ask Reynald?
Sure.
Those are some potions you got there. Well, the strength potion I might buy for. No, I'll buy both of them for 100 each.
Hmm.
What does the headband of intellect do?
Sets
19
your
in-
intelligence to 19.
Oh, it just straight up sets it. Okay.
Norman comes back holding some bottles, barely containing them in his arms. And there are two greater healing potions. Oh, those do cost something, don't they? They do. They're 150 each.
That's cheap. Not gonna buy it, but that's cheap. Doing the strength potions sold for 100, or can sell for 100.
And just out of curiosity, what does Wand of the War Mage do? Even though I probably
Any
can't use
chance he has a recipe for any potions?
Recipe. I don't believe I know of any kind of recipe to make things. Not that I want to cause any offense, but does it look like I can make anything like that?
You acquired all these goods, so.
Oh, you're right. I did. That's not an unfair assumption on your part.
Bro,
But no,
Crocodile's
I don't know how to
racist.
make potions.
I'll buy the decanter of Endless Water.
Okay.
Minus 250.
That's a cool item.
Hope you enjoy. You're definitely gonna need that should you venture out to the Caribbean. Down south, it's far more dry than up here.
Yeah. We are planning on an adventure to go down there, so figure better safe than sorry.
Really? Now that sounds interesting.
I want us to want these potions.
You
I don't
want?
know if do I know how rare the resources is to get these potions again, or no?
Here in the desert.
Well, here in the desert.
Hold on, let's see here. Oh yeah, just scroll Dwarfweed grips. The tertiary ingredients like the white berries and grapes, those are probably easy to buy. But the Dwarfweed and Lantodime, the Avanto, those are herbs, and those are probably not that easy to find unless you walk outside of Al Kayid to the back to the road toward Umbridge. But you might be able to buy them.
Where would I be able to buy them? In Al-Qaid or in Lumbridge? I mean,
You probably buy them in Al Kayid.
probably cost me an arm and a leg though, right?
It might. You're in a desert.
Yeah.
Are we thinking we're gonna want that dust of disappearance for the prison?
I don't know.
What does it do exactly?
does.
Makes you invisible for a
Well,
period.
use an action, throw the dust in the air. You and every creature within 10 feet become invisible for 2d4 minutes. It expires if you attack or cast a spell. Only for
It
that
will
particular.
expire anywhere between 2 and 8 minutes.
Exactly.
Really want the cloak
I
of
say
protection,
if
man.
we were richer, it would be worth it, but we're all poor, aren't we?
I have enough for it.
Yeah, but
I have enough for two, but I'd rather have the cloak of protection personally.
I feel like we can take the bandits. Not really too worried
yeah,
about
but
it.
should we?
I don't know, should we?
Would that? I mean, the bandits work real close together with what's her bitch face. So,
What's her bitch face?
I don't remember her name.
Here,
R
if you already
or
tried to
something.
kill us once, fuck her.
And that's also true.
It's kind of a lot of money.
I say
Could
we
I
pass.
buy the headband of intellect?
Absolutely.
You will become a scholar.
Only 19.
A scholar. What is your current int?
It's 14.
So you buy the headband of intellect.
Yes.
It's like 2.5 levels worth of stat boost.
Never know when that +2 for int might come in handy, I guess.
Hey man, I went from a
-1 to
-1,
+4.
but yeah.
A scholar.
Or did someone else want to buy it before I?
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Nope.
I have no need for int.
It's funny. I look at items like that, and the input.
I have
would be-
20 int. You
would
can have
work
it.
on me, but like I look at like the cloak of protection. And go, why would I need this? I shapeshift and I don't get an effect.
Well, the greater
What does the
healing
cloak of
potions are-
protection do?
You still get the saving throw bonus from it,
I
even
guess.
though your AC changes.
Greater healing potions are each, by the way, 150 each, not for both.
Yeah. The bracer defense are nice too if we can get them eventually. They give +2 AC to people that are not wearing a shield or armor.
Yo.
For me.
So
That
with
was
our
the what
3
again?
spellcaster party, they're pretty important too. I feel like.
The what? Oh, bracers of defense. Yo. We should
Yeah.
Do
pull.
you guys not wear armor?
You said it gives.
Cool. We don't have enough money.
Yeah.
No,
we
I
don't
mean
have
after.
a-
Well, we can check back here see if he has it again, but. No, we didn't. We wouldn't have had enough money now to get it, but maybe after this campaign, especially if we can, loot. I mean, hey, we could burn down the whole camp and loot the whole thing. Probably not. But we could try.
It's a thought. Burning it. Guess they are evil, huh? They're slavers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
they-
When he
they
told
are.
me we were breaking out of a prison, I was like, hell no. And then he told me they were slavers, I was like, hell yes.
They're a bunch of bandits.
Slaver bandits. Based.
I'm ready to go.
Good.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm not buying the
Did you
dust.
figure? Are you buying anything, Pat?
I'm short money, sadly.
How much?
I'm at 350. I could sell both potions to get it, but that's not good. I know.
The Wand of the War Mage?
No, to
You're
get the
looking-
cloak of protection.
Oh, the cloak.
Here,
I-
I would take selling both my potions plus all the money I had. Then
I can spot you the 150.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have 136.
oh really?
Yeah. That's all
Okay,
I have
if you
left.
guys are down with that,
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
as a borrowing.
yeah.
75 each, Phil.
Sure.
Thanks for your business. That is a pretty cloak, alright.
Yep.
Just
I am
playing
now
Strategic.
broke.
I'm gonna write in all caps. Pat owes me 75 GP.
750 silver.
Satisfied.
I am too.
Did we want to hit anywhere else, or are we on the road now?
Well, there's still a clothing store, a jewelry, a general store, but now that you're
broke,
short
bro.
money,
Kind of broke, yeah.
and there's probably not much of interest compared to the magic shop as you are adventurous.
All right, I say we hit the road.
Yeah, ready
Let's
to
hit
go.
the road, Jack.
Burning daylight here.
Like decanter of endless water. So
Never thirsty anymore.
nah.
Honestly based.
You
Hey
continue
man, we're going into a desert.
on the road to
I'm a
the
Boy Scout over here.
north, and so far you've managed to gather a little bit more information about the surrounding area. That Al Kayid is in the Karidian Desert, and to the north is a road to Varrock, and also the Slaver Mine. But to the south lies most of the rest of the Karidian Desert, and to the south is a wasteland. From what you can make out, you need to go past Shanty Pass to even get into that part of the Karidian. But to the north of Al Kayid, it's definitely not as bad, and you are able to comfortably make your way through the north. You go exit the city. The guards they just give you some looks, but it's pretty natural from what you can tell. As the road you're on is pretty. There's a couple people behind and ahead of you. As this is the road to Varrock, the capital, so it'll of course be busy. Spend a couple hours on the road before the road forks. There's a path that goes west now, which is where all the people in front of you were heading, and there still is a path north, as Zare warned you. So you continue north toward the camp, and as you continue north, you notice there is no one behind you. Everyone else was probably just going off to Varrock. Before you notice that there is a little bit more rocks on the path than you might have expected, until you again remember that you are heading to a mine. And ahead of you and the path, a set of rocks flank either side of the path, and they are quite large. Make a perception check.
All of us?
Yeah.
19.
12.
I'm good with rocks.
15. Rocks. Fuck off.
Yeah.
He
Lagoon-
does them by density, actually. Funny enough.
Yep, that's a rock.
Lagoon Rock Smasher, there's only one thing you do before smashing a rock, and that is look at it. to see
I
your
got a
target.
whole 10.
Fuck off, bro.
You,
Holy shit, Richard.
you can look at the rocks indeed. You contemplate smashing them, and
Oh yes, that's a rock.
you might have seen some people. You might have seen a couple of some movement behind the rocks, but it is a mine after all.
I rolled a
can-
nat 20, by the way.
Oh, you rolled a nat 20? Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you were asking everyone what they rolled or not. Sorry.
Okay.
Damn, bro.
Even more
Good
trained at looking at rocks than perhaps your party member Lagoon. Before you think yourself that would not be possible to look at more rocks than Lagoon. You did indeed. You thought you might have caught two people on either side, a person on either side of the path behind the rocks, and they did not appear to be wearing equipment befitting of miners or slaves or prisoners. You
Well, hell, I'm going up to the rocks, bro.
all right.
They're
You
big.
the rocks do flank the path, so you do like take the path up, and do you look around the rocks?
Yeah.
All right. You look around the rocks, and in front of you is a bandit, obviously smaller than you. And they're not holding any weapons, but they look up at you, and they're definitely surprised that you just decided to poke your head around this rock.
Are there any vantage points I can climb up on?
No, it's pretty flat, other than the rocks in front of you.
Ah, I got you.
And the bandit is astonished. It's like, who are you?
It's a
Who
bandit.
are you?
It's a
Who the
this
fuck are
is
these people,
wearing like
bro?
leather armor, and kind of ragged.
I'm assuming
Doesn't
I'm
have
like
any weapons.
towering over him right now.
You're a couple feet.
Oh, he's not having any
higher.
weapons?
No weapons
Okay,
drawn.
this is what I'm gonna do. What, like, right after he asks me that, you just see my hand come from around the corner and like wallop at him on the side to like knock him over to the side, just like as
Oh.
hard as I can.
What are you doing? You just shoving this man against the wall?
Shoving him against the wall. He
Why is
scared
Gary
me.
such a bully, guys?
He scared me.
Do we
He,
need to have an
like-
intervention?
He he definitely slams against the wall under your strength, and he's like, "What the fuck is your problem?" And he kind of he's like ready to like draw his weapon. He's like, "Who the hell are you?" And he begins to draw like a dagger out, but
Who are you? Right back at you.
oh my!
Tried giving this guy a concussion followed by that.
Bitch, I'll do it again.
Who's it to you?
Fuck, I don't know what to say, guys. Help me. I'm looking for someone, but I don't know if I want to tell him that.
Looking for someone.
I don't
Or
know
you-
if I should kill him.
You looking to buy?
What are you selling?
Fine.
The fuck do you think I'm selling?
You selling
I'm selling
people?
people.
Players.
All right.
And at that,
This time
I
I've
launch
got
an
my
arrow
fucking
at
great
his
sword out.
head, his bolt.
You draw your
What type of
greatsword.
you?
Oh
I
yeah,
draw my
it feels
great
lawful
sword.
good, right?
I'm lawful good, bro.
It's kind of fucking.
I
insane.
instantly launch a bolt at his
Someone
forehead.
can stop me if you
No,
guys
I'm-
want to.
I am-
Yell at me.
Continuing this, I
Will's
am.
lawful good character is going to fucking murder this guy.
I
saying
am.
he's
I-
someone.
I'm
I am
still
really doing that.
kind of assuming I'm like kind of halfway between the rock and the wall and the inside. So I'm trying to at least kind of take my weapon out, like from behind the rock, and do the same thing again and just slash at him.
This guy's gonna get an arrow shot at him.
Am I
and
being
he's gonna
ignored?
get
I'm
slapped
firing
by
a fucking
sword, and he's
crossbow at
not
him now.
armed.
You said you're slashing at this bandit.
Yeah.
Alright, make an attack roll.
Dude, two people are taking swings at this guy. Not even armed.
Fuck him.
12.
That will hit roll damage.
Oh,
Wait,
boy.
hold on. Is that a 2d6? Yeah, it is nice.
Roll damage. The damage is 2d6, right? Too?
Yep.
Okay. I already did roll damage. 12, right? No, that was my hit.
Yeah, you
3,
hit him.
8, 12. Oh, no, you did roll damage. Whoops. Your 19 was your hit. I thought 12 was your hit. Alright then.
Oh, whoops. I got only the first one. I got that 20.
What do you. No, your first hit was 19, so you hit him.
No, wait, that was. Wait, was that
What
my
was that?
hit? No, that was me, my perception from earlier.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I accidentally rolled damage first.
Oh.
What is happening? Oh,
What is
Yeah,
going
I
on?
mean, it would make sense based on when the roll is, actually.
oh
What
okay.
is
Yeah, the
going on?
19 was
'Cause
my
he-
perception check.
That would be his perception check, right?
Lagoon slashed at this bandit in front of him.
Yeah. So he's gonna re-roll damage, right?
Okay. No, you already rolled. You
Well, he
rolled
got a
damage
crit.
first, so we'll keep that. But you can do another 2d6 because you crit him.
Okay.
Actually, I just rolled 2d20 plus 6, so.
What?
What are you doing?
What are you talking about?
What do you
Oh my-
mean? It
just
says.
Start over. Roll 1d20, then roll damage. Let's just restart that.
What happened here?
Oh my god.
Did he not reckless attack?
Hit an 18. No, he's just
18.
talking to this guy, and now he announced that he was selling people, and now he is taking a swing at him with a sword, and Phil is shooting an arrow.
Oh, you're also shooting an arrow at him.
Yes.
Yes.
I was waiting for you to ask me for the attack roll.
Would,
Yeah,
would
I did
Phil's
12
be a
damage.
surprise attack?
You did 12 damage.
Yes.
12 damage, and as you, Melinda, as you see Lagoon posture around this rock and conversate, you try to get into position to see what's behind the rock, and you see a person. And as they were kind of conversating, and they're not really conversating anymore.
Oh, are you saying I didn't actually hear the conversation?
You noticed it, so you're moving in position to see this.
If I didn't hear the conversation, I didn't shoot.
You heard discussion, but you didn't hear exactly what was being said, since it was
Oh,
kinda,
okay. I was
wasn't that
responding
loud.
to what was said, so if I didn't hear, then I can't shoot.
Okay.
Very well.
You cleave this bandit, and he is really hurt, and he's gonna take out his scimitar and try to poke you with it. 11 does not hit.
Nope.
And he's like, "What's your problem, Christ?" And he's like, literally on the. He like falls down onto the floor, and he's like backing away from you with this gash in him.
I would assume at this point we've heard the commotion.
You
Yeah,
have
Okay, but hold on. What? Okay, just out of character. What do you guys think about sending this guy in like that and going to his
that do
boss?
what?
Like, go tell his boss
Yo.
or whatever to come the fuck out here right now.
Hold on, that might be a good idea if. Okay, so here's something I'm thinking about. If you let him get away, he only knows there's like one, maybe two guys, like some random giant. So there's a potential the rest of us could maybe
Set up an ambush.
not that. I'm thinking more the Mordor strategy. Draw their main forces out to the front and send a few guys in behind to sneak around and try to find the guy we're looking for and extract them,
like
and
that
then
idea.
just
I feel
go.
like we're gonna get outgunned.
I don't like that idea, because what's going to happen? How is he going to keep them there without dying or getting captured?
Just keep backing up.
You recall that there is literally no cover for you to hide behind other than the rocks that this bandit was hiding behind. So,
Ah, gotcha.
and you did see him. You did notice his movement. So, it is possible that he has seen all of you.
Fuck it, I'm swinging again. 1d20 plus 6. 17.
This man prone on the ground has pretty much,
Slaughtering him.
maybe he's surrendered to you.
14 damage.
Maybe he's surrendered.
He's he's dead.
You don't even know who he is.
I kind of feel bad for
He
this
was
guy,
selling
not gonna
people.
lie.
He is selling people.
I mean, hold on. On a personal level, I feel bad. My character is just like, yeah.
Get a name.
You cleave
Get a
him
name.
open.
What is going?
You're-
What is happening right now?
To hear him say that he was a slaver, so your party is now seeing Lagoon just
Murder
execute
this
this
guy.
man on the ground without knowing he was a slaver.
He was laying
You know,
prone, man.
he
That
said he
fucker
was a
looked bad.
slaver.
He was on the ground. His hands were
Oh,
in front
true.
of him.
Oh my god. You know
That
what's funny?
sucks.
Phil said he didn't hear that it was a slaver, so now he's gonna have an issue with Lagoon, who just murdered an innocent man as far as Phil knows right now.
True, kinda. I mean, I'm just kind of like, do I see what's going on here? What's going on?
You saw Lagoon just chop someone up. That's all you saw.
What is happening over here?
Sliced him twice. Slice and dice, baby.
Why?
Who
I
is
asked
this
him
guy?
what he was doing here, and he said he was selling people, so I killed him.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah, let's go get him.
Kicks the corpse.
It's the corpse.
You continue along the path past the rocks and flank the road, and you kick his body.
No, I don't actually. I was kidding.
Body. After killing the man that surrendered, you thought to yourself, maybe for a moment, what his wife or his kids might have thought before reconciling that he doesn't indeed sell people. So maybe he sold his wife and children off.
Oh my god.
There's no way you would have known that, though. Now.
Very true.
I guess
Before
the negotiations were short.
You enter into like a quarry proper, and there's a little bit of a decline on the path as you go down. And it goes down for maybe like 20 feet before it bottoms out, and it definitely opens up now to your left and to your right are some like rock walls before they sort of even out to further out. And you're in quite a large quarry now to the entrance, and make a perception check.
Everyone again?
Yeah.
Nope.
Ooh, a 19.
No.
We didn't need initiative though, right?
No.
Not
Definitely a
20.
no for me.
Not 20.
Got
I
weighted
need
dice.
whatever dice Pat has, because holy shit.
Using magic dice, boys.
That'd be a great item, wouldn't it?
As you
Plus one
kind of
dice.
spread yourselves out among the entrance to this quarry, you do see some people approaching you from the distance, and one of them is much larger than the other, and one of them is a robed figure, and the other one kind of carrying giant axes over their shoulders. And the robed man doesn't really step near you. He kind of keeps his distance more so than his compatriots, but he does shout out to you. Well, well, well. It's been some time since we last had a visitor looking to buy.
Should I just ask him again? What's your selling?
What are you?
What am I selling?
Oh my god, I'm gonna roll my fucking
I
initiative
prepare my
now.
crossbow.
I can sell you sandstone. That's what I
Oh.
sell here.
Oh.
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 Never mind.
Got any white bitches? No.
Oh, God.
Is it? Am I like at the front, or are we all just standing here together?
You're a little bit more ahead of your. Hold on. There you go. Look on roll 20.
Oh,
Okay. Damn, that's a thick boy.
he's thick.
Oh,
Where'd he
wait,
go?
are we getting
Where'd he go?
Surrounded.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Man, it's dead already. They don't notice the corpse on the ground like 10 feet behind us.
Just don't look at the corpse.
I'm
My
fucking
axe
with
is
you.
literally dripping blood.
Who do you want to buy? You looking for someone in particular?
And I shoot him.
Well,
Roll initiative.
Yeah, I got a 22.
We gotta ask someone where this guy is.
Oh my god, dude.
Tell me when you're ready for the number, Richard, okay?
They were freeing the entire encampment. That's what we're doing. Look around.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
If you see the keyword "I sell people," you die.
Boom! Headshot.
Oh my god. What are you selling? You're kidding me.
I'm
right?
just fucking with you. Who do you want?
What do you want to buy?
The way that played out in my head, that scene at the beginning was so fucking great, dude.
wait, I'm confused. What's happening?
Roll initiative.
Rolling initiative.
Okay, we are rolling initiative.
Now we are.
Yeah. Now we are.
Okay,
I shot him.
Oh my god.
gotcha.
Or well, I will
22.
shoot him.
Line up.
As soon as
Oh,
Richie
wait.
asks me.
You can.
They're
you
little
can get your
white
free shot off.
bandits. Wearing green.
Initiative is
I missed.
roll plus dex, right?
Yes,
I'm not. I'm done rolling these dice, man. These dice fucking suck. I'm getting a different set.
You're welcome.
Fucking below average weighted dice, bro.
I'm using these dice right here.
To be clear, I haven't rolled above a 10 all night.
Do some
They're from
practice runs
the
right now.
Magic D&D set. I have 3 of them.
Very pretty.
You know, I just got my generic plastic resin dice.
No one
Okay.
can see anything
Yeah.
till your room's too dark.
I know it's great.
Don't worry, y'all. I have my pink and blue dice with me.
Fucking
Okay.
emo child here.
I'm ready for initiative. Time. What's your initiative?
26.
Okay, whoever thinks they're next highest.
I
Anything
got a
higher than 19?
22. It's
Anything
funny, I got a nat 20 and I'm still 4 below Pat.
Higher than 19? Anyone?
I rolled an 18, so total is a 22.
Oh, you have 22?
Yeah, total 20. It's roll plus dex, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, total 22.
Anyone higher than 18 or 19? Okay. Anyone higher than 14?
I have a 14.
Okay.
Lagoon.
11.
Going last.
Sag.
Okay, we just trade off going last.
Yeah.
It's for real, dude.
We're in this together.
You said you got 11? Who got 11?
Definitely not Lagoon. What the fucking
Okay.
loser.
Wait, we all rolled over 10 for once? What the hell?
I mean, it's guaranteed that I'm gonna roll over 10 every time. So
Linda Lagoon.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled for Royston.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Royston.
I
You
only
got a
increased.
You got one.
That one.
Alright.
Okay, never mind. You're not going last, Colin. Royston's going last.
Okay, can anyone not see nameplates on here?
I see it.
I
Nope,
see them
I
all.
got him.
I
Alright,
see them.
the gray scribbles are rocks.
Rock hard.
Rock
This
hard.
is a masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece, really.
So how we
there
get
is-
surrounded by bandits when we walked in?
The one
Wait,
They were hiding.
this guy's
Lagoon,
dead?
Lagoon checked around one rock, and then on the left side of the path, but not the right side of the path.
Okay. This guy's dead.
Which one did I shoot at?
The one Lagoon killed and just
Yes.
split his head.
Which one was I
Okay.
talking to that I shot at?
The robed bandit.
Robed bandit. Yeah,
Okay.
my attack roll was a 3.
That might miss, yes.
It just might, yeah.
You hit the fucking rock next to him, dude.
I mean, I can add it up. I don't know what his fucking AC is, but
He's in robe, so probably not that good.
It's your turn. As you might guess, maybe.
8.
Really?
It might be his turn.
Really? I'm gonna move here.
Yeah, I'm guessing a 10 doesn't hit.
It does not.
There's a surprise.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person on the rogue bandit.
Okay.
Wisdom saving, please.
Robed bandit. Where's his stat sheet?
I have no clue. You tell me.
Does 18 succeed?
Yes,
Yes.
that's the first time, Richard.
That is the first time.
Congrats. Oh wait, no. Reroll. Do.
14.
Richard.
He fails.
Yeah, he does. Bitch.
Got him. Still on a winning streak. Winning.
Will that be your turn?
Give bonus action. Anything else here? Do not have reactions turn now either, though. That's the other thing. Yeah, I am good there. And my
Alright,
turn.
Jim. It's your turn.
Bonus action unicorn.
Section unicorn.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Before you do that, I need to tell you. As you saw the crocodile, you felt the crocodile
I
in the
guess I
magic
did
shop.
the
You felt
crocodile.
your mind open up to shapeshifting more. There you go. All right.
Wow, Tony, you turn into a crocodile person now.
I know.
Wow.
Well, I'll
Wow.
tell you the unicorn for right now.
Okay. You shapeshift. Oh.
Crap. Open.
Where is it? Okay, what shall you do?
I'm going to start with charging. All the way to the
Bro.
bandit and goring him.
Okay.
The charge is... I need to make an attack throw. Well, he's not to the ground. This seems somewhat redundant.
He is a held person, so you get advantage on attack rolls.
Yeah. I still do damage. Not
Yes.
knock him to the ground. 7 plus 20 will hit him.
Yes, you hit him.
Well,
Okay. He takes 12 damage. And he is not... Does he just get knocked to the ground, or does he make it save? Or no?
He'd make a D14. He has a DC 4 strength.
He's paralyzed. He can't fucking save.
Yeah, he can't do
He can't.
anything.
He can't.
Now he's on the ground and held person.
Yes, he's paralyzed and on the ground. Okay. Zero, it's your turn.
You said it's my turn?
Yes.
Alright. I cast change enemy character sheet. Just kidding.
Bro. That's a new one.
Transforms into a silver dragon. Yes.
Talk
okay.
about meta magic.
He kills everyone.
Dead inch. Let's see.
Rocks fall and kill everyone. Yeah.
Rock solid.
I pull out my deck of many things. No. That'd be great. Let me see. So... Oh, really quick question. Reaction is taken after someone attempts to do something, but before the roll is resolved, right?
What is the context?
The context is shield.
Shield.
So when he declares
One
that it hits
reaction,
you,
which you
it's
take
before
when
damage.
you are hit
Yeah.
by an
if I
attack or targeted by the magic missile spell.
yeah. If I declare your hit, then you can say shield.
well,
Okay,
magic
so it's...
missile he can't.
Wait, say what?
Magic missile cannot shield it.
And I take no damage from magic missile.
Oh, that's what.
It's
Sweet.
specifically against magic. It's against. So it says an invisible barrier of magical force appears and protects you until the start of your next turn. You have a +5 bonus to AC, including against the triggered attack, and you take no damage from magic missile. So it's basically just an anti-magic missile, like. Well, that's part of it.
Oh.
So that would be- But that
yeah,
would be
that'll-
that would be after. So that's if you say, "Hey, I hit you," then I could cast that as a reaction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I like. Who looks like they're wearing the most armor?
None of them are wearing any kind of metallic armor, from what you can tell.
But I mean, who looks like they have the most armor on, even if it's just leather?
The bandit berserkers look like they're wearing the most armor.
Even when there's a
Okay.
bandit behind you.
All right. Oh, that's a good point. There is a bandit behind me.
Bandit 1 is dead, but Bandit 2 is alive.
I see. Oh, hello. We're right there. Okay, let's... Yeah, that's a good point. I probably should take care of it first. Sorry, one second. Alright, I am going to throw Firebolt at... I need more screens. I'm going to throw Firebolt at Bandit 2.
Okay.
And I'm also... I'm going to move over this over here. Then I'm gonna cast Firebolt at Bandit 2, which is a ranged spell attack.
Jesus.
Darn.
Oh shit. Well, so I don't even think this might be worth it. Yeah, I got a total of 9.
That'll miss.
Yeah, I figured. All right, that's my turn.
Okay, it's Ogre Bandit's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Coming up
Comes.
the lagoon. And, he's gonna smack you. With his Great Club. He has... Does a 13 hit?
It meets.
Damn, bro.
Where's my D8? Here's my D8.
We need a shield.
That is not a
Not
D8.
ready to work.
You take 12 bludgeoning damage, and since you are not raging, you take the full damage. It's Phantom Berserker too. 5, 10. Okay. Running at the gym. It's gonna smack him with his Great Axe. It's gonna reckless attack him actually. 19 will hit. Great Axe 1d12. You take 12 slashing damage. And then Melinda, it's your turn.
Goody. Shit. Decide between Ogre Bandit, Bandit 2.
Well, Heavy Berserker 2 decided to go for me and not Royston.
Very convenient.
It is very convenient.
And Royston's over there.
Well, you're kind of isolated. And you're hitting his caster.
Alright. I will
Or
move
maybe he's not a
to
caster.
yeah,
It is possible. Not a caster.
and I will attempt to hit Mr. Ogre Bandit with my newly found rapier. 19 to
I'm
hit.
surprised you're going melee
That
when
is-
you're an archer.
I can do both. I'm a fighter. 19 to hit.
That is, yes.
That hits.
I know you can.
Rolled a nat 1 on damage. Very cool.
No.
Yep.
1 plus
4.
dex. 4 damage.
And I will use my bonus action to attack him with my crossbow. Because I can do that. And that will be a 22 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
I'm surprised. I don't have a d6. What the fuck? Hold up. I have to dig a fucking d6 out. 7 damage.
Nice.
Third bandito. And that's it.
Nice. Bandit, Berserker 14 turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gonna smack you. Ooh, does a 13 hit? Wait, no, sorry. 13
Whom?
plus. Does
Me?
Does an 18 hit?
Me? Yes.
Yes, you.
I'm sorry, I didn't even see what you moved. I instantly stopped paying attention. And then I saw Mr. Bandit right in front of me.
12. Plus 6 slashing damage with his
6.
great axe.
Total of 6.
Yeah.
A wimp, dude.
A little bit. It's Robed Bandit's turn. He is going to make a... Is it a Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. 13 plus 16?
I believe that's enough.
Okay.
That's a great turn you had there.
That is a sick turn he had there.
Still on the ground too. Prone.
Yeah, he stands up, and he will not move. And I think that's all he can do. So, Lagoon, it's your turn.
Okay, finally. Fuck. I'm gonna rage. I'm pissed. Yeah.
Yeah, you're pissed. Jesus.
So
Wow.
pissed I got a nat 1. Each creature of my choice that I can see within 30 feet must succeed a con saving throw, or take 1d12.
Okay, so that's both Abandoned Berserkers and the Ogre Bandit. A con save of what the DC
Yes.
is? What's the DC? Ogre succeeds. Berserker succeeds. Berserker 2
12.
fails. How much damage?
1d12 necrotic.
Alright, roll damage. Is it on failure they take half?
It doesn't say anything about failure, so I'm assuming they just don't take damage.
Okay. So, Bandit Berserker 2 failed.
Okay, 1d12. 5 damage.
Okay.
And I also regain 1d12 plus my barbarian level and health. 14 health.
You regained. I think that was all the health that the Ogre Bandit dealt to you.
Yeah, just about. A little bit more than. Okay, and then I am going to recklessly attack. 1d20.
Don't forget you have the Great Weapon feat.
That adds plus. Oh, yeah.
It doesn't add anything. It's just you can choose to make a sharpshooter, basically.
I will not.
Are you doing that, or are you just making a regular attack? A regular attack with reckless attack?
Well, actually, I will do that because I get 2 attacks. Well, I get advantage. So it's -5 accuracy.
Yes.
$19.
That hits, yes. Wait, 19 minus 5, so 14? Yeah. That'll still hit.
No, I rolled that after.
Oh, okay.
Because I usually have a +6.
Gotcha.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 6. Oh wait, I'm supposed to add 10 to that.
So 26 damage?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck. Murdered this man.
My god. He is kind of bloodied a little bit.
Okay, good. That's my turn.
Alright. Jesus. It's now Bandit 2 turn. Does a 16 hit 0?
Nope.
Really? Okay.
I love my armor class of 17.
Nice.
It's going to move up to you now after firing his bow. And equip his longsword, and that is what he will do. Royston, it's your turn. And he will cast, what's he gonna do? He's gonna cast... What's Flaming Sphere do?
It makes a sphere on the ground that will damage people around it.
Does it damage everyone, or...?
Think so? Might be select, but I'm pretty sure it's everyone.
Within 5 feet of the sphere, okay. Okay. He will spawn a Flaming Sphere. Freehand. Right here. And will use his bonus action to slam into Berserker 2. And he must make a dex save. A dex save, yes. 15, that'll definitely succeed after his modifier. So he takes 2d6. 1, 4, 5. Fire. He takes 3 fire damage. And Royston will stay right where he is. Which brings us to the top of the order of time.
Oh. I can play again?
Yes.
Ho ho.
So. And, what's the rogue bandit look like?
He is injured for sure. He is injured, almost bloodied. You've done 12 damage to him.
How does Melinda look?
I don't
Good.
think Melinda's taken 6 damage.
And the bandit's near Melinda.
Is uninjured. The one next to Melinda's uninjured.
The ogre is near bloodied.
Ogre is almost bloodied. Yeah.
And bandit too.
Bandit 2 is uninjured.
What's going on?
Waiting for time to take his turn.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
doing.
Just got really
thinking.
quiet. I was scared.
Sorry, making a decision between 2 choices. I don't know the turn order either.
The turn order
How many people go before the rogue bandit?
before the rogue bandit, like
On our
7
side.
people.
On
On
our
our side, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Only like 2 of them. Or no.
Everyone except Lagoon and Royston go before the rogue bandit.
Okay, I'll cast magic missile level 2 then.
Holy moly.
That
Coming
rogue
at him.
bandit.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh. That's some damage numbers there. Okay,
Give me the damage.
18.
Oh my god.
I just missed by 2 points on max dice damage. I was
Okay.
like,
He's on his last legs. He is so close to death.
yes. Back here. There. Go.
Jim, it's your turn.
Or the room. To hit.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, another max damage roll. 12.
He's dead. You have killed the priest. The robed bandit, I mean. He definitely wasn't a caster. He was just a bandit with robes, that's all.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
You will
We
never
got
ever
to do
know.
anything. No one's really entered it, right?
Melinda's
It looks
missing
like
6 health.
A little bit. And alright. The unicorn is all bloody.
Yep. Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Zero, it's your turn. Austin.
Yes, I'm here.
Yep, it's your turn.
Sorry. All right. I am going to. Has Bandit 2 taken any damage yet?
Nope.
Anyone else? Okay. I'm going to attempt once again. Actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast. Attempt to cast Firebolt again on them.
Okay.
Uh, 23.
Yes, that will hit.
All right. I love my spell modifier. And damage is a 1d10. Do I have a 10? Oh yeah, this is a 10. Oof. Where is my thing? Ah, there it is. Okay, so they take 3 whole damage of. I don't add anything onto that damage, right?
I don't think so.
Yep, 3 whole damage of fire damage.
Okay.
3 whole points of fire damage.
Is Ogre Bandit turn, and he's gonna swing at Lagoon with advantage because Lagoon has used Reckless Attack. Okay, 17. Where's my D8?
Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby. 18 bludgeoning damage, half.
Oh my god. Big damage.
Take 9 bludgeoning damage, Lagoon. And Bandit Berserker 2 will swing at the Jim, the unicorn. Was a 13 hit.
I did not beat.
Okay. 8. Okay, take 11 slashing damage from his great axe. Melinda, it's your turn.
Has Mr. Bandit Berserker been hit at all yet?
He has not. Bandit Berserker 2 just ended his turn in a flaming sphere, so he will take 6 fire damage from Royston.
And how is Ogre Bandit looking?
Ogre Bandit is bloodied.
Bloodied.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be sharpshootering 3 times. I will
Wait.
action surge
Okay.
Yeah.
3 times.
3 times, and depending on whether or not I kill Ogre Bandit, I'm gonna use the second or third on Bandit Berserker 2.
Okay.
Or 1. The one standing next to me.
Yeah.
So 19 to hit for the first one.
That hits.
Hits. I'm gonna roll it.
Nope.
4 damage. Oh wait, no, plus 10, so 14. Sharpshooter, I
Okay.
love you.
Oh my god.
Is Ogre Bandit alive?
Yes, he's still alive.
Alright, doing it again. Misses.
What was
Go
the
for
hit?
3. 6.
That will miss, yes.
Ooh, that's gonna be a hit. Take my word for it.
It shall be a hit.
6,
Survive!
16.
Yeah, it is.
No, 16 damage.
Okay then.
Is he alive or dead?
Oh my god, you. Alright, he's. Yeah, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna shoot him right in the stomach.
Well, his Pudge Porker belly pops, and
Wow.
Excuse?
he,
Excuse me?
falls backwards. Is a giant flashing mass.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on his back. He's dead.
Alright.
Wait, hold on. Did you say he's made of pork?
He is
Not anymore.
Yeah, I don't think he's made of pork.
Ah, darn it. I was thinking we could smuggle some bacon back.
Dude, it's fucking busted that I can just do this over and over again without charges. Sharpshooter.
Shooter.
Yeah. All right.
You have an
Anyway.
extra shot if you want to action surge.
No, I shot 3 times. I missed once. Remember?
Oh right, that's right.
I did action surge though, so I mean that's a thing.
Okay. Berserker 14. He's gonna reckless attack you, Melinda.
Okay.
17. 17.
Hit me for 6 last time. I'm really not sweating it too much.
Where is my...
Unless he just roll really low.
Take 12 slashing damage
All right.
from his great axe.
I'm not sweating it.
Lagoon, it's your turn. The ogre bandit is dead. You can step on him.
Dope. Body. I'm gonna take a swing at this bitch.
Biatch.
Biatch. Yeah, he just reckless attacked as well. So you have advantage.
Okay.
How long does that advantage last?
Until he starts his next turn.
Oh, so I'm gonna get
Yeah,
advantage
you
next
roll.
turn.
I didn't mean to do that. 19.
Yes. That will hit.
Nine damage.
Dude, sick dice.
Thanks.
Nice. He takes 9. Okay. It's Bandit's turn. Does an 18 hit 0?
Yes, it does. So I would like to take my reaction and use shield.
Hey.
You.
There it is.
Yeah.
So my armor class is now 22.
Alright.
All right.
Yo boy.
Okay. Catapult. D&D catapult.
He's using catapult.
Um.
Oh hell yeah!
bludgeoning.
No.
How much
Uh,
bludgeoning?
Straight
3d8.
Wow.
Creature makes a dex save. Okay.
It was 48 for artificers because you know that's okay.
Alright. Berserker is gonna. Royston's gonna fire a catapult at Berserker 2. He'll make a dex save. And will probably fail that with 4. So he does. 3d8? Oh my god. Alright, 3d8. Where's mine? That's 3d8. 5. 6. 4. 15 bludgeoning damage, and he's gonna use his bonus action to move the flaming sphere into him. For 6, 7 fire damage, so 22. 36.
Who's taking this?
Holy shit. Colin is melting this one fucking guy.
I'm surprised Colin hasn't done more damage, to be honest. Because of the like, he does so much fucking damage.
Catapult is fucking stupid, dude.
Okay.
Oh, I stopped
Uh,
using it last campaign.
Time, it's your turn. Bandit Berserker 2 is on his last legs.
Oh, we got vaporized. Holy shit.
Yeah, Colin in one turn just did 36 damage.
So the only one left is Bandit 2, or is there a second?
There
Berserker
is.
2 is last legs. Berserker 1 is.
He's taking some damage, but not much.
I guess I'll just kill Bandit 2.
Yeah.
Toll the dead.
Bandit
Oh,
2, is he
Berserker
injured?
2?
Okay, he is injured.
You mean Berserker 2 or Bandit 2?
Whichever is the weaker one.
Berserker 2 is definitely weaker at the moment.
Okay, that
You
one.
also get advantage.
I
Well,
have,
not.
Is it a wisdom saving throw?
no. Yeah, it is.
13 plus wisdom 0? That fails.
7 necrotic.
Okay, 7. 43. What's his health? Okay, he died.
Oh. Charge again.
Motherfucker, bro.
I get to charge.
Okay, Jim, it's your turn.
I am going to charge into Berserker 2.
I think you get advantage. Wait a minute. Berserker 1.
Yeah. Because Berserker 2's dead, right?
Yes. You get advantage because he recklessly attacked.
18 to hit.
That hits. Yes.
Alright. So now he's prone. Ooh, roll my dice. Didn't roll. Ten damage.
Okay, Zero, it's your turn.
All right.
On this section, I want to heal Phil.
Oh, okay.
How is that archer looking, Bandit 2?
Next to you, he's taking 3 damage. No, he's pretty healthy.
Ah, gotcha. All right. And seems like the party's doing pretty good.
For 11, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, let's give him a nice, lovely dose of Scorching Ray. All right, I'm just going to call these numbers out as I do them. Hold on one second. Okay, so what is that? 21.
That hits.
Hold on one second. Actually, 13.
That hits.
Okay. And a 20.
That also hits.
All right.
Is that a natural 20 or is that a mod?
No. That's these are the rolls with my spell attack bonus. All those were. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to get right at this, I promise. So 2d6 per each one. All right, so I get to roll 6d6 die. Let's see what happens.
66.
That is an interesting spread for a roll. Okay, so I have 20.
The damage is 20.
The total damage is 20.
Oh, you died.
He dead.
Died.
F.
He had like a 50-50 chance of survival.
It makes me
Oh
wonder
wait, how much
hard
health did he have?
Richard thought this encounter
He had
was.
17 health left.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I just encountered a challenge, like a difficulty in the calculator, and it's deadly.
Say what?
Deadly. Meanwhile, we're
It was
just fucking
deadly.
steamrolling through them.
Alright.
I mean,
and I'm gonna go ahead.
I
now
got
that
hit
he's
pretty
gone.
hard.
Did you?
I just halved it every time. I got hit
Oh,
for like 18.
Oh yeah,
and...
you also got You also healed yourself after taking like 14 damage for
Yeah.
full.
So that bandit berserker's the only dude left, right?
Yes, that would appear so.
How much HP are you at now, Gary? How much are you missing?
I'm only missing 7 health.
Alright, I'm gonna move there. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. It's Melinda's turn.
Oh, yes, it is. I
You
still get
can-
advantage on Mr.
Yes.
Bandito here, don't I?
Yes, you do. He recklessly attacked you.
I'm
He's also
sharpshootering.
prone.
He's
He is
also
also
prone.
prone.
I am sharpshootering him twice.
That's 3 advantage.
Well, actually,
Nat 20.
did you make it?
Honest to God.
Oh, oh God.
On the
It's-
first one.
What health does he have? His chances of survival are perilously terrible.
Okay, I rolled a 6 and a 1. Okay, so 20 damage for the first hit.
He is alive.
He's alive.
Somehow.
Okay. Will we still have a second one? 12 to hit.
He's. Oh wait, hold on.
I still have advantage. I didn't roll that, but I'm just
Roll your advantage.
that one.
You missed.
Missed, bro. I missed.
Damn.
Let's go.
Actually,
Sucks.
Richard, is he prone? Did he roll the DC save?
The DC save to not be prone.
Yeah.
I
needs to
didn't.
pass a 14.
It didn't
Right.
matter, or it wouldn't. Okay, well I'll roll it. Oh, he did not actually get knocked prone, right?
Okay.
I don't believe it, dude. How much health is this man on?
He's got a fortuitous 4.
He's looking real healthy.
I rolled that nat 20. I was like, he's fucking dead, bro. I got it.
It's his turn. He's gonna smack you for fucking shooting his ass. Recklessly attack you. Oh yeah. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah,
Fuck
he's
you,
swinging
bitch.
back hard.
Fuck you, bitch. Where's my 12?
Getting fucked up.
You are gonna get fucked up right now.
Watch, he actually puts me down.
7. You not 22. 11.
Oh.
18.
Wait, what?
18. 3. 21 damage.
Holy shit! Thanks for healing me, Tony. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You're all.
All right, that's his turn. He's gonna. You know what?
He's
He's gonna-
dead as fuck. But you know.
For fun purposes, he's gonna walk away from you.
Okay,
Opportunity
he's gonna
attack.
I'm the reaction attack him too. He's trying to
And one
retreat.
for me.
I
too.
missed!
Yeah, he's gonna escape.
Wait, I also get a swing, right?
Yeah, you do. A Lagoon also gets one.
Oh, I didn't miss. And it is 22.
Yes, that will hit.
Can't believe I
Oh.
missed again.
Stabbing this guy in the back as he's away. And I hit him for 11 damage.
Oh, you died. How do you want to do this?
Stabbed him in the back, dude.
Oh,
Shoot him in the butt.
Sword with the
Run.
horn.
He tried to run. You stabbed him in the back with the horn. The horn showing straight through the front of his torso before letting him down gracefully.
Oh, Tony, you're graceful.
And I'll spend my last Cerados blessing heal on Phil.
I'm on 6 HP.
How much did I heal you for last time? What was it?
11. You
Yeah, you
saved
got
me.
another one for 11.
Yeah, you re-roll the healing dice each time, unless you just
Yeah, I
rolled
did.
it.
I got the same number. It
I
was
should
fine.
probably also second. I assume we're out of combat, right?
You are now out of combat.
I'm
yes.
going to second wind now.
You can do that in combat, you know, too.
Yeah, I
As an
know, but I
action?
didn't really get a chance. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
bonus action.
Oh.
I didn't just take that much fucking damage in combat.
You have disposed of the slavers, and you don't know where Aristarchus is.
Tony, what'd you help me for?
11.
You.
I would like to detect magical
Alright,
items
I
through this
am
rope
going
of
to
bandit.
Unshapeshift for my uniform, by the way.
You expand your mind outward, looking for magical items, and with the exception of the magical letter that you showed there, you do not detect anything magical nearby.
I'm gonna search
Okay.
the rope guy. He seemed to be in charge.
Fuck these guys. Where are the slaves that we just saved at?
You search the robed bandit, and you find on his corpse a note. And the
Take
note,
his clothes.
it is what you make it out to be a bill of sale, noting the exchange of Aristarchus Shaw for the continued production and collection of all sandstone until the monument of the Amir is finished.
Bruh.
And also 50
my.
gold.
Okay, I got 15 gold.
Are there any other slaves around? Or
You
is there
take a
anyone we
look
saved?
around, and Next to you, no, but you can see far off that there are a fair number of people that are whacking away with the pickaxe, and they kind of notice a commotion, and they kind of slow down their movements before stopping entirely and looking at what happened. And they don't really know what to do now.
You're
Just
free.
kind of staring at you.
Go home.
You're free.
They looked among themselves, and they very carefully start to move toward you, and past you. And you remember that you need to find a man named Aristarchus Shaw among these slaves.
I thought he wasn't there. That's what the.
There's a bunch of them.
Didn't the letter say that he was sold?
Yeah.
The
Or that he was bought and he's
he
here now.
was sold by the Amir to the camp here,
Oh, okay.
is what the bill of sales is indicating. And the camp is to continue sandstone production to
As they're
Al
walking
Kayid.
towards the exit, I just scream out for him.
You neigh as loud as you can, and they
I'm not a
are.
unicorn anymore. I said I transformed back.
Oh, you transfer back? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
You. What are you screaming at? Were you just screaming for Aristarchus?
Yeah.
The slaves are. They like cower for a second at hearing someone yell. But they continue moving along until you see one of them out of the group of them make their way toward you.
Is that the king and queen? Is that who they are?
Oh,
Bro, who's playing with cards?
Why are they here?
I don't know why there's a deck in the bottom right there. It just is.
oh, that might have been my fault. Oops. I don't know how I got there. I don't know how to get it away.
You could
Who's
delete
putting these
them.
fucking cards here?
That's not me, I swear.
Dumb bitch.
You know, derailing. Doing my job.
Out of the group of slaves that start leaving the quarry, one of them walks up to you. Someone bald, got a tan complexion, wearing some ragged robes, and seems to have responded to your call to him. Who are you? Thank you for freeing us, but to what do I owe the favor to?
I guess I explained that who sent us to rescue.
Mr. Skyborn. Okay. Well, I'm not sure why he would do such a thing, but okay. Well, I appreciate it. You can tell Zaya that I'll be in. Where will I be? Okay. I'll be somewhere. I'll be along north of Al Kayid, in the usual spot. You can tell Zaya that, but I can't enter Al Kayid as the Hashashin will likely throw me out again. Thank you. And will you go back to Al Kayid now?
Did we need to bring him back or just free him?
Zara told you that you needed to break him out,
Okay.
but you get the idea that bringing him into Al Kayid when he was thrown out was probably not the best course of action, and he seems to be
Gotcha.
taking his own leave.
Okay.
Understood.
I'm gonna do a perception check around just to see if anything got left behind.
Okay.
And yeah, I got a whopping 15. Why do I always get horrible perception?
You notice that there is a bunch. This is indeed a sandstone mine, and the entry to the quarry where there's quite a bit of space. It's already pretty well developed. As you look further down into the mine, it kind of, there's a lot more to be mined still. Yeah, but there's not really much about the mine other than the bodies around. Do you search the bodies? Because you've only searched the rope bandit.
Yeah, let's search the other bodies. Make another perception check.
Yeah, you can keep it 15.
Okay.
1,
Or can I make an investigation check and use my awesome +4?
Yeah, you can do that.
Screw it. Let's do it just for funsies. Ooh, that's a total of 18. How nice.
Yeah.
And that's for investigation.
Yes. Yeah, after searching around the bodies in the pockets, not to forget the one your party mate slaughtered as he was holding his hands up earlier, you find a total of 83 gold among all the bandits. But
Not bad.
that is it, just gold. Gold in the bill of sale, that is.
Have some money.
How much you want?
30.
30 cents. Alright, shall you make your way to Al Kayid?
I thought we got 85 gold.
Oh, that's what you mean, sorry. Did I say 85? I think I said 83 gold.
Between all of us or every person?
Wait, it's what 0 picked up.
0 has. That's
Let me think of a number that's
Oh,
divisible by
okay.
6, okay?
well. That's if 0
21.
gotta give it, split it.
There you go. Alright. Well, if 0 were to split, then it'd be 13 gold to each of you with 14 to him.
Who wants to
Look, I
persuade me
already
to
pocketed
split it?
15, so
Did you hear that? You gotta persuade him to split it.
It's okay.
I'm good. I already know I pocketed gold, so I just casually walk by.
How much do you
Bitch.
pocket yourself?
15.
15 gold.
Uh,
You make your way back
No
to
one? Okay.
Okay.
No one's gonna try and persuade him to give us some gold.
I'm good, dude. I'm good, bro.
And the sun it was definitely bearing down on you as you arrived to the quarry. And after your altercation, a bit of searching around, talking with slaves, Aristarchus, you make your way back to where the path forks, where to the west it goes to Varrock. Aristarchus bids his leave from you and continues along the path to Varrock, and he gives you a parting message. Tells there I'll be in contact. Thank you so much.
Will do.
Yeah, and you
Be well.
separate from you and you. And you continue back south along the path, and the desert sun is a lot gentler as it gets darker. It's not so dark that you need to make camp. You do see Al Kayid in the distance, but the coolness of the desert nights of the Caridian has a lot more of a gentle feeling to it.
Take a
And
big
this-
swig from my endless water cup. Oh.
You take a
Why?
sip from your Vault 13 canteen.
that might be exactly what the decanter does. And after you take a draught of it, of what would feel like a tenth of it, and you put it back down, you somehow feel that the weight hasn't changed at all, and satisfied with your purchase, so you continue along to the south, and eventually make your way back to Al Kayid, where you see a couple guards, and they do give you a look up and down, but this is a busy road, so they will let you through. seems to be a different procedure than the road to Lumbridge, given that there's so much traffic between Varrock to the northwest compared to Al Kayid. They let you through without knowing trouble, and it's now pretty dark. To you if you want to try to head out back to Uncle's house, or find their Skywyvern.
Uncle gotta be wearing clothes.
Yeah, we could talk to him in the morning.
Uncle was wearing clothes when you saw him, yes.
Does he have a big old Santa beard? I bet he does.
He does have a beard, yes.
Is it Santa beard though? You know what I mean?
No.
Is he jolly?
He's not that jolly, no. No, not that really, not really.
Alright. Well, we can talk to Homeboy in the morning. We'll go back to Uncle's, even though he's kinda not Santa.
Alright, you retreat back to Uncle's house. And would you like to do anything else before you retire for the night?
I'm good.
No.
Okay.
Take another squiggle water kick W.
Rusty Vault 13 canteen.
Keep swinging away.
Most hydrated man in this party.
Alright. It's
Possibly.
now morning. Up the next day. And shall you make your way to Zare's house?
I suppose.
Continuing back along the Al Kayid streets, going through the bazaar and through the lower end residential district up to the higher end of the residential district, you see Zare's unimpressive house compared to the rest of the nearby houses. And you knock away at his door, and he does open the door without any further prompt. Recognizes you, takes a look out the door, and he ushers you. He motions for you to come on in, and brings you inside. And you sit down at the table with them. It says, "All right, what happened? That was fast.
Killed the
Gone.
bandits, freed the slaves. You boys free.
Our Aristarchus Shaw.
Yeah.
He's safe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's. Well, that's good. And he was kind of had a bit of a stress face, turning you in, but a look of relief washes over him, and he says, "Well, we have quite a lot of work ahead of us, all of you and I. It was good of you to carry out that favor for me without knowing exactly why. So, suffice to say, I didn't trust you before that, but I do trust you now, so thank you for that. Now we can really get started on our work here."
No, thank you. I had a lot of fun today.
Fun! Well, that's good. Perhaps there will be more fun in the future between us.
I like the sound of it.
Yes.
I like fun.
What do you gather exactly from the state of affairs here in Al Kayid? The Emir specifically. What do you make of it?
I mean, the bandits are still as flammable as they were before, but other than that, I haven't really been paying too much attention.
No, I don't mean the bandits. I mean Al Kayid. The bandits don't have any real relation to Al Kayid. It was just terrible as it may be.
Are
a
the
business deal.
Ymir are associated with them, right?
Well, that's an interesting story there.
Because I show him the bill of sale.
Well, he takes a look at it and he just looks it over. Yeah,
Because if they're associate, my opinions are pretty low.
you and me both. Well, that's not all that Emir has done wrong. On top of attempting to, I don't really know how to describe what's happening over Lumbridge, but sounds it sounds pretty terrible, nonetheless. And trying to attack you as you attempt to enter Al Kayid. On top of that, I don't think I need much more of a reason to tell you that Amir Ali Zara is a fiend, and that she should be removed. Which is kind of what we plan to do here. Is stage a coup and overthrow her.
Ooh. Okay. I mean, if she's not a good person.
That is where
Sure.
we'll end today.
Oh, okay.
Yes. In the
I mean,
middle
I
of
feel you
conversation.
should be right on board with it, considering the bill of sale is them admitting to selling someone into a slave.
True. I'm in. Going down this
the
path.
easiest party member to convince.
Hmm.
Yeah, important conversation. Just like, wow,
Make it
long call
lawfully
here.
good somehow, and I'm in. Let's kill some bitches.
Bitches.
Bitches.